Hi Taurus, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot and Cartomancy. I'm back and I had a nice little rest and recovery and healing. And I've really missed you guys. And so I've prepared, I've already smudged and myself, the cards and everything. And I shuffled and laid them out. And I'm ready to give you a reading. I do want to let you know I'm starting a new channel, though, and it's called Ask Aunt Lynn. Me, Aunt Lynn. I'm known as Aunt Lynn to many people, not just my nieces and nephews. And I am no expert, that's for sure, but I have picked up a lot of skills along the way and gotten to know a lot of really smart people. And I think that I could help on a more broader way than just the tarot. So you can write to me at lyngallagher11@gmail.com and I will read your letters out on the video, and then we'll have a discussion about how to deal with this, what are the steps to take forward, or one of the possible steps, because there's lots of options, lots of right answers to any problem. Or perhaps you want to tell a story about how you overcame a victory story or something like that. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good stuff, and I'd love to hear it all. I want you to know I read every single thing you write. I read it all. Sometimes I can't reply, don't reply, but I see every single thing you do. And this is a way that I can kind of connect with you through some of that stuff, through your voices. I really want to, if you're okay with sharing. So if you're going to write to that email, lyngallagher11@gmail.com, those letters are to share. Okay? So we'll see where that goes. Hopefully it'll be a wonderful new beginning. Anyway, Taurus, let's get to your reading here. So when I was shuffling the cards, always I wait for the cards to show me, when it's time to cut. And usually there's a jumper, And these are usually time cards too, the jumpers. And you have the Two of Pentacles. And so this could be 2 days, 2 months, 2 weeks. And the Two of Pentacles is about juggling. You're needing to fill all of these hoops. You have 4 hoops, but you can only fill 2 at any given time. And so you keep changing which 2 you're filling and just trying to juggle all this, not having enough to try and do it, And you're quite good at it, I have to say. People are amazed. They're like, wow, how are they doing that with just that little bit they have? But you're doing it. And so in some ways, this is financially, you're juggling your finances. It's really hitting a lot of people. And in some ways, this is your health. How well you're taking care of yourself. You only are filling 2 spots. You're eating and sleeping and nothing else. Or you're working and sleeping and nothing else. Like you're not really fulfilling all of those areas that you need. You need to give equal amounts to. So it's just saying that right now you're trying to fill in a lot with not very much, So you're juggling. You're having a hard time. 2s are also decision time. It's when we're going to decide to make a choice. Am I going to keep doing this, trying to juggle all this, or am I going to switch? Now I got to switch gears. I got to move in with family, or I need to get a different job, or I need to, you're thinking about your options here at this point, right? And I think you're getting ready to make a change, to tell you the truth, Taurus. I really do. Because I think there's some things that you're changing within yourself, how you feel about things and yourself. And I think there's some things you're changing about what's around you, what's in your environment, where you're living, who you're hanging with, all that. Okay. So in the recent past, you have the Empress, the Three of Swords, the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups in reverse. I left it in reverse because we'll discuss both sides. And the King of Swords. So two kings here, okay? The other thing I want to note that I noticed right off the bat is the line starts with a chessboard and it ends with a chessboard, okay? The first chessboard is broken. It's cracked. It's not necessarily the plan is working out the way you planned. You know, things have fallen apart a little bit and you've had to make, there I am. Had to make possibly like ditch some ideas and go for something else, which is at the exact place where you are right now. You're thinking about ditching something that is making cracks in your plan, basically. Whoops, there it is. Everything's opposite in this camera, so it's difficult. The other thing is the Empress represents the mother figure. Okay. Before I put these two down, I want to notice that at the end of the line is the King of Swords, and that chessboard is completely intact. He feels smarter, on top of his game. He's using his intellect, you know. And there's both here involved. It's very balanced because we have the female and the male balance here. You're using more of your what you have access to. You know, you're using your mind, you're using your heart, and you're taking your time to figure this out, you know, and make a plan. But I think you're making a new plan. I think you're making some adjustments here, okay? The Empress, look at that, I'd switched them by accident. Isn't that interesting, eh? Because I think your plan started out as a good one, but somehow it's crumbled, it's fallen apart, all right, in the long run. The other thing the Empress represents is the mother figure, you know, the fact that she can create life, bring something to life, create something new, okay? But I feel in this relationship, whether you are the mother, or it's about your mother, or it's about something about the, you know, a relationship with a parent or child, that there's something happens. Someone feels deceived. They may feel lied to. They may feel hurt right now. This could be you. This could be your mother. Or a mother in the situation. Okay. Now, so either you or someone else walked away, and it's a triangle situation. There could be three of you involved. There could be more, but usually it's three. And two partner up and feel the exact same way, and they're right in cahoots with each other, and one person is left out over here. You got two people here and one person here that is left out of the situation. And so I'm not sure who did the damage exactly, but the feelings have been hurt all around. Nobody gets out when the Three of Swords is involved. Everybody gets stung in this situation. So there's a lot of feelings hurt, and I'm going to tell you what I feel. I feel like time heals all wounds. That's been true since I was a kid, and it's still true today. Time heals all wounds, and sometimes we just have to let something be for a bit so that people can heal for a bit before we go back and try again, or try and fix it or undo it or whatever, you know, you're needing to do. But I think you are wanting to fix this, or they are, you know, the person that is being shut out, wants to fix this situation, okay? Definitely a loss feeling. There's a feeling of loss here, all right? And then there's the King of Cups. And so the King of Cups is alone, all by himself in his room, reading his poetry. In this, normally in the situation, the King of Cups is dreaming of their love and how it could be and how much he dreams of how much they could be together and writes poetry to her and everything, but never actually takes the steps to make this happen. It's a secret admirer kind of thing, or the king doesn't reveal everything he feels, because you see he's got that steel, he's got that armor around his chest and his heart, and he's still protecting that, and he feels if he reveals all these mushy feelings he has, people are going to take advantage of him like crazy. But I think there is a big heart inside this person, or you, Taurus. And so someone, because they were hurt, are really withdrawing. They're feeling they need to protect themselves. They could not feel ready, perhaps you don't. And so, like I said, sometimes this needs time, some time to heal, to sit. And then we have the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is very much, usually it's happily ever after, happy family, everyone in the family is happy. Sometimes it represents contentment or wedding, that where you want to be in relationship, like the big picture. But this is in reverse, okay? So this could have something to do with family, okay? Or in your romantic relationship, all right? And so it's in reverse, and so it's like there's it's not exactly content, happy. There's and you want to get it back to that, you want it to fix this or to make it right, or they do, and it could have the family or the relationship upside down right now, okay? So then the king, you have two kings around this Ten of Cups, all right? And this king is very smart, the King of Swords. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person. Oops. The King of Cups could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person. Okay. Oops. So this could involve a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and or an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Doesn't have to. The thing is, I think this is partly your energy, Taurus, and you're starting to get sharper, okay? You're starting to use your mind and a little less of your heart. I think that how you feel, and some of the, you're still protecting your heart, but you're trying to be wiser. You may have acted from the heart before, but now you're trying to be wiser and keep your cool, and plan out your moves. And so you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. So black definitely has the advantage over white here, all right? And anyway, it's about being strategic, thoughtful, taking your time. But the King of Swords does not waste much time once he sees the whole picture, and he's smart, right? This could be you. You're seeing the whole picture now, and from a different angle, not from this broken, cracked board. And also you were immovable. You couldn't be moved from a way of thinking or feeling. You were really rooted in this belief or this way, or they were, your mom or a mom or somebody was very rooted in the way they did things, and what they believed, and how they created, and so there's change needed here. So the king is quite ready, quite wanting to take action, quite trying to plan the move strategically to win. But it's not always about winning, right? But you're trying to be wise, and you're trying to see all angles of the situation. But notice, this king also wears armor, also protecting his heart. Okay? Still protecting your heart. There's still hurt feelings here. Okay? And this is in the past, all right? So where we're going now is in the present, is a transformation. You're about to go through a great big transformation, Taurus. Whether you realize it or not, I think you're already feeling it, kind of, I think that there's because the star is very much about regenerating, letting go of some stuff and making space for new stuff, cleansing the self. Okay, now sometimes cleansing is through healing, like we meditate, or we do yoga, or we're eating better. It could be going to see an elder, going to confession, really needing to clear the waters here, okay? But this is in a really positive, really healthy way. It could be simply apologizing. It could be admitting responsibility. That is a clearing of the waters. Or then we can't make other people do that. They have to do it in their time when they're ready. But it's a part of a relationship, acknowledging our part in something and how we'd like to improve or change or, be better, right? And you're all gung-ho. You're all gung-ho about doing this, You also, too, you could be healing. I've seen a lot of pentacles here, and I'm wondering if you're going through some sort of healing, too. There could have been cracks in your health, specifically, and so you're trying to mend those, fix those. You're trying to be wise and strategic. To tell you the truth, you could be dealing with a couple things, the health as well, but I really feel this is relationships, family, something like that, close relationships. So you are really on a healing journey now. You're all gung-ho. You're ready to head out on a new path. However, you haven't really set out yet. You're still here in the star energy. You're still healing, regenerating. I think thinking deeply, to tell you the truth, because the star is that Aquarius energy, that bright mind, okay? And the star is also a card of hope, where we have faith even though there's no evidence that it's going to guarantee us anything, that it's going to work out, but we're going to have faith and trust and love in something without a promise or a guarantee. Okay? That's also what the Empress is about too. She gives love unconditionally, right? Love unconditionally. And without a guarantee that she's going to get it back, And she teaches us about this. She teaches us about compassion and love and all that. So you're starting to absorb this, You're starting to, it could have been after a difficult time for you, all this, that everything's happened, but you also could be going through something else at the same time. But anyway, you're very excited to get on your new path, but I don't feel you're exactly ready yet. You're getting ready. You're getting ready. You're getting the plan together. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to tell you, in the present, you have the Star, the Three of Rods, the Seven of Cups, the World, and the Knight of Cups. The Seven of Cups and the World are in reverse, and everything else is upright. So here you have the Star. You're really willing to put your faith in something that you don't know for sure what will happen, but you thought, I'm going to love and trust, and I'm going to be more open. And then you have the Three of Rods, where it says you're preparing, you're getting ready. You're getting ready for this new course of action that you want to take, what you want to commit yourself to, okay? The Wands are also the path of the ego as well. And so you could be rebuilding your ego here through this healing, through this regeneration, okay? And you're seeing things in a quite different way now. You see a whole new view. When we look this way and we see everything there, and we can look this way and now see a whole everything different. And this is how you're seeing things, and you're really excited, okay? Now, Seven of Cups in reverse. Now, Seven of Cups is usually we're trying to fill too much at once, okay? We want everything all at once, or we're taking on too many responsibilities and not really getting anything done really well. All these cups overfill and the wine goes everywhere, and it's not very productive at all. But this is in reverse, okay? And so this is more about your efforts. What are you like in reverse? All this upside down, and everything pours out. All the cups fall and they break, and so it's it's not putting effort in. So when it's upright, it's almost overdoing it, doing too much, trying to get everything done in one day or 1 week. And you're trying to rush it, But in the Seven of Cups, it's kind of the opposite, where we're not really contributing, putting in the effort kind of thing, okay? Not doing as much as you can, or as much as, putting more effort in, basically, is what you got to do. And it's very much about focusing on one thing at a time, and doing it well and completing it, and then moving on to the next thing, okay? You also have the World in reverse here. And the World usually is about a chapter coming to an end. Something's complete and you're ready to begin your new chapter. But this is incomplete. It's in reverse. You're not quite finished in this situation. Something's not complete yet, okay? And we haven't learned all the lessons yet. But I think you're getting there. You're on that staircase, to enlightenment, to your aha moment, to figuring out, where I missed something, where I could have filled that gap. I could have helped more, or they could have, whoever in the situation is. I'm not blaming you, Taurus. Don't think I'm blaming you. Because I'm not really sure who, you're dealing with in the situation. And so I think that you want this to all come to an end. You want this to be, all right, this has been long enough and I've learned my lesson and let's be over with it now. but I don't think you quite have, or they haven't quite yet, okay? And this is another thing about time. These things take time. I can't heal tomorrow by 4, you know? It just doesn't work out like that. Healing, personal accomplishments, personal work takes time. And then you have the king, or not the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, okay? And the Knight of Cups is very romantic, if this is a romantic situation. But the Knight of Cups is about expressing. They want to express themselves. They want to tell you how they feel. They want to make up. They want to kiss and make up. They want to perhaps apologize. You know, they want to make this right, okay? Because they can't handle the distance. They don't want to be distant from you anymore, or you don't want to be distant from them. You want to close that gap, okay? And I'm going to bring that up that card fell. That is a jumper. We call that a jumper in my world. So you're wanting to heal this, mend this. You need to express yourself too. You really need to say how you're feeling, or they do, you know, and that's what's going to help get to end this. You know, whoever the people are, all need to express honestly, apologize, take responsibility for their actions, their feelings, whatever. Oh, my dirty nails, you know, all I do is wash my hands and clean my nails, but I don't know where the dirt comes from. I just don't know where. I must have a static cling, you know, it just like is attracted to me. My goodness. But anyway, I just cleaned them last night before I went to bed already. Oh, gosh. But, so, also too, I'm kind of seeing, you know, we have the 3 of Swords, the 3 of Rods. By the way, how many 3s do you have here? You have quite a few 3s in this, and 3s are change. 3s are progression forward, where we take action in a direction, okay? And then this 3 of Rods, you're looking at things differently now. You see a whole new horizon, like I said, you've turned, and you're like, oh, I could go, well, geez, I could go that way. That looks amazing. It looks like a hard route. Like, you know, this looks like a lot of terrain you got to cover. And it doesn't look easy either. But I think you're eager to try it, to go for it. It's better than where you are now. Okay? And you really want that new direction, new outlook, new, I think, attitude or something. You know what I mean? Because again, the wands are about the ego, not just the action and the creative mind, but your ego, how you hear things, perceive things, that sort of thing. And so you may be changing that a little bit, okay? Now in the future, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Moon in reverse. Page of Pentacles is in reverse too, I should say. The Page of Rods. You got a lot of pairs here, right? The Wheel of Fortune, and then the 3 of Cups in reverse. So, you start with the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles is in reverse, but first I want to tell you that the Page of Pentacles is very optimistic. He goes to the river looking for what could I catch? What's out there? You know, I'm going to give it a try, right? Pages are looking for something that they can do, something new they can do with this one coin. What could I turn this into, you know? And like I said, very optimistic. They have ideas. At least they're willing to try and make this grow. All right. Also, it could be to do with your communication specifically. Pages are usually messages. All right. You may not be hearing from someone, a mother, a person in the situation, right? And so you may decide to reach out. You may just decide to leave it for a bit. I think you're optimistic about how it can turn out, and I think you're trying to heal too, or like, I think you're trying to deal with your own healing first before you do that reaching out. You throw the line and see if there's any bites, okay? You have the moon in reverse. And the moon usually is about a gap. You feel distance from someone. There's murky waters. You don't really understand. Why are they saying that? Why are they not getting back to me? There's all this confusion, perhaps, all right? Doubt. But this is in reverse, okay? And this means that the gap is closing, okay? There's not as much confusion. There's not as much doubt. And I think that's why that you've kind of, you may have let it be, and stop trying to push the outcome, manipulate the outcome, or whoever, your mother, your daughter, your sister, it could be male relationships too with your partner, because there's a lot of male energy here. A lot of female energy too, but anyway. So I feel like you're wanting to close this gap. I feel like you want to communicate. You want to throw out a line and see what happens, and close the gap and clear up any murkiness, okay? Clear up any confusion, all right? Then you have the Page of Rods, and it's upright, okay? And the Page of Rods is looking over the fence. Look at all that growth over there on that side of the fence. Things are flowering, the sun's shining. It looks really nice, and I want to be a part of that. That's where I want to be, where growth and happiness, and it's nice there. Because where you are, or where this person is, it feels dead, like it's stone, concrete. There's no growth, there's no life, okay? And so the page, again, is communication. You could get a message, you could get a letter, you could send one, okay, where you say, can we talk? Can I come over there and just see what it's like over there? I would really like a change. I really want to, the page wants to open up the lines of communication and wants to make it positive, wants to take action, but has to throw out the verbal thing to try and make this happen, okay? Again, bridging the gap, because there's a wall between you and this other side. There's a wall there, and you want to bridge that gap. You want to clear up misunderstandings, you want to clear up this division, whatever that is, okay? And change is coming. Change is coming, finally, because there was no movement. There's the Ten of Cups, and the world is in reverse. Things aren't wrapping up, moving forward, changing what you want, but they are about to change. Now, the thing I'm going to tell you about the Wheel of Fortune, it is a karmic card. So you will reap what you sow. Do you know what that means? It means you know, if you're kind, if you own up, or if they do, you know, if they're kind, if they own up and take responsibility for who they are, who they've been, whatever, and then what comes out of that is good. You know, you're being honest, and your people are hearing you now, you know. But if they, you, whoever it is, tries more manipulation and controlling and the outcome, then you're going to get the karma from that too. So the Wheel of Fortune can be an amazing card, but it gives back what you put out very much. All right, so you want it to be good that you put out. You want it to be things that provide growth, light, you know, opening up, trust, all that kind of stuff. And that's what you'll get, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is a 10, okay? You started up here with a 10. You have the World, and then another 10. There's something coming to completion here, or is trying to. You're really trying to change your trajectory. You know, you're really trying to start on a new path. But here you are. You know, here you are, and this is the path. Oops. I hate the way I want to go. So this is the path you have before you, and it looks daunting. But I'm going to tell you, if you put honest effort, true intentions into it, you will reap what you sow. You will get good coming back to you out of this, okay? And there is a brighter side. The last card is the Three of Cups in reverse. Now, usually the Three of Cups is a card of celebration where we get together, and notice it's 3 again. You know, back here, we started with this 3, and someone's left out. There's only 2 people standing here, and someone feels very, very hurt. Now, in this 3, it's in reverse, okay? So upright, it's celebration. The people come together to collaborate, share their feelings and everything, okay? But this one's in reverse. And so I think that you're almost there. They're not quite willing, ready, or you aren't ready to take them back into your good graces yet. You know, this is a baby step situation. Baby steps. It's a situation of growth. It needs to grow in time. I think that you are going to see these people again by the end of this reading, which is 3 weeks to 3 months. Okay, this will take to unfold. Probably 3 weeks, because my readings are usually a month or so. But I think that there also could be a celebration that you feel left out of happening, okay? Now, I don't think they're because they really want to, as much as you do, you know, kind of take steps to repair this, but it's real baby steps. They're not jumping in and everything's right back to normal. This is going to take time. It's a long journey. And you're at the page in this, you know. You're at the page. So you're getting back. Also, this could be about a child too. A child or a grandchild and the development of this person. Okay? So, I pulled some cards for clarity, all right? And you're getting through this, or you know, you guys together, whoever this is, you're getting through this, but it's going to take time, all right? So when I did some clarification, the first card I got, or you have, Taurus, is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is about growth, evolving, being able to release those old resentments or those old attitudes or those old things that and we're able to grow up. We grow up a little here, okay? We mature and we think, why was I all upset? Or, geez, I was really, like I was telling my partner that I used to be very jealous person. And I was very insecure and so I was very jealous. And so even if my partner was talking to somebody, I was thinking, does he like her more than me? But I grew up. And I matured and I don't carry that weight anymore with myself. And so this is a similar situation for you. You're growing. You realize, I don't need to be worried about that anymore. You're knowing who you are a lot more here. You're really knowing who you are here, okay? And you're able to release that crap that holds you back, okay? So look at that. You got another 10. Another 10. So along to clarify, you have the 7 of Swords in reverse, which is fantastic. You have the 10 of Swords in reverse. You have the 4 of Swords upright, and you have the Chariot. The Chariot at the end is fantastic, I'm going to tell you. But I really like this, okay? So the 7 of Swords is when someone is trying to get an edge on the situation. They're trying to get out of doing the work or trying to get in free or take a little bit, extra, that kind of stuff that is sneaky. It's sneaky bull, all right? But it's in reverse here. So I think that this is starting to change within that person in the group that has been doing something. That there's a sneakiness, or I don't feel like it's quite on the level. There's something that was an advantage was taken that wasn't deserved, is what I feel like, okay? Advantage was taken. But it's in reverse, so this is changing. This is now changing that and not taking advantage, not trying to get in free, paying our way. I'll pay my way. I don't mind paying my way. It's worth it. It's of value. You know what I mean? Like really stepping up and, stepping up, letting go of all that, right? 10 of Swords in reverse. Also, now, and one thing is good. It said the 10 of Swords upright is about the end of a long, difficult journey. It's been, you've had this hurt, or someone in the situation has had this hurt, these kind of knives in them for a long time, and maybe has resentment or something like that, carries the stuff, And in the 10, you're able to walk away. You're still wounded, you're still hurting, but you're able to heal now at this point. Now, the 10 is in reverse, okay? So it says that you're not quite there yet. You are on your way. You, in the 10 of Swords, you're wounded, but healing, okay? And in this 10, I don't think it's something you want to walk away from. I don't think it's a relationship you want to walk away from. I think it's something that you want to keep, and you like someone's realizing their part here. We can only blame other people for a certain amount of time until we realize that we are the mountain. Somebody here in the situation needs to realize their part in this, okay? and you're taking, you're realizing, or the person is that they are the mountain. It's not always everybody else. I can only, when there's no one else around, who can I blame? There's just me. So this is when we take responsibility, okay, for ourselves, our feelings, our actions, all of it. All right. The other two is the Four of Swords and the Chariot. So the Four of Swords, we're going to make, this is the other thing too. There's all this stuff going on in this relationship, this triangle situation, but there is also something going on with your health, okay, that you are healing from. And so some of it is from the situation. I think that you are finally healing. Here, you weren't willing to really let go completely everything. But here you are. Now you're willing to let go. You need to heal. You need some time. And so it's like quiet withdrawal. She's way up in the tree in the nest, away from everything, away from everybody, and just taking a break. Okay? This is going to be successful for you. If you're not doing it already, or haven't done it already, this is going to be very successful for you. This is going to help you get your two sides, the sides that are warring with each other, to work together now. I don't have to fight myself. I don't have to fight other people. I don't have to run in two directions, okay? And I think this time in the nest gives you time to think about what it is. Where do I really want to go? And who's that with? In the Chariot, we're kind of divided. These horses are running in different directions, and you never really get anywhere. You keep going around in the same circles, and you feel like, I haven't really gotten anywhere, either in your health, in your relationships, But in the Chariot, we finally gain control over this and mastery of some sort, right? What number is it? The 7. And that's the year we're in right now. It's the 7. So it's some sort of, we're gaining control over the situation is what you're doing, which is good, because I feel like you didn't feel like you had control before, or it could have been about too much micromanaging, or trying to get things to go manipulate the way we want it, and that is, it's playing games, basically, right? We need to be honest with ourselves before we can be honest with everybody else, right? So there's something you're gaining. This is a victorious journey you're going through. You're really going to get something out of it, and I think you're going to feel more in control of yourself and your life and everything, And I pulled a Sacred Rebels card for you, and you have conscious connections. Can you believe that? This jumped out. I didn't select it, I didn't cut, it jumped. And I thought, wow, is this ever, really tied into all these cards, is your connections. It's really important, okay? So let's have a little looky-see. I can see Pisces. There could be something to do with Pisces in this situation. I see the 2 fish here. So there could be the Pisces. Here we are. Look at, I opened it right up on it. Okay. There is a call for more intimacy in your immediate relationships. There is an opening for heart-to-heart communication that can salvage and restore broken relationships or friendships if you're willing to honor your differences and look to what unites you. Yeah, see, you're wanting to bridge the gap, eh? Sometimes it's hard to bear the differences between one another. One person may be willing to live life in high definition, while the other may prefer to live it more vicariously. We are not here to judge each other. just to love, to be loved, and let go of those that cannot accept us as we open up to those who can. I loved that. You know, that's so well said. To let go of those. So in the star, that's what you're doing. You're letting go of some old stuff so that you can make room for what you need in your life right now. Judgment, letting go. You know, letting go. You're growing, you're maturing, you're realizing here, okay? And you're opening up to those who can accept you, or you are able to accept. So, this oracle brings guidance for you to trust in the sanctity of the connections in your life. If you have asked to experience a more sacred connection with people who truly get you and want to play life with you, then this oracle is confirmation. It may or may not be obvious at first, but kindred spirits are going to enter your life to help you connect with your deeper feelings and creativity. They will give wings to your inspirational ideas and big dreams. If you've been asking for healing in your current friendships and other immediate relationships, know that this can happen through your willingness to express your true feelings. And that's back here, Knight of Cups. I know you're wanting to, but it has to be honest and from the heart, because they'll know. They'll know if it's not true, if it's not genuine, you know. Allow the situation to either fall apart or come together. And that's the thing, because when we go in and we decide, listen, I'm just going to fess up, I'm going to admit what I did, and I'm going to say how I feel or feel about everything. And when we do that, we take a chance. We don't know which way the wheel's going to spin, right? We don't know. And so in this, I don't think you're going to get an immediate result that you want. You're thinking, okay, I'll confess if it's going to fix everything. But it doesn't right away, you know, and you want a result, but you may not get it immediately. You know, relationships are steps taken. So this is only step one that you needed to do anyway, or that someone in the situation needs to do. Needs to step up, apologize, whether they were right or wrong, say what they did, and say how they feel. Not what you did. You hurt me. Not that you say, I felt hurt when you left me there. I felt alone, you know, when this happened. Not you made me feel alone. Don't blame other people. Accept your feelings, and right or wrong, just be honest. That's all people really want, you know. Sometimes webs have joined people together. Sometimes that was okay. Hold on a second. Sometimes webs that have joined people together are broken, and that is appropriate as people might outgrow what once held them together. Sometimes the ties that bind us together are so strong that they're able to withstand a great deal of pressure and still remain intact. The webs of connection between us will sever and sustain based on the higher wisdom of life. Either way, healing happens in the resolution of our feelings, and we are once again able to feel free, forgive, and be ready to move on to the next stage of relating, either with a person who has been in connection with us for a time or with someone new. So I just thought that was I didn't know what all that said. I can't memorize all that stuff. But I knew as soon as I saw that. And it said conscious connections, okay? And I don't know if you noticed, but they're not looking at each other. They're looking away from each other, you know? They may have to work together. They may have to live together. They may have to endure some sort of tie, you know? But they're still not facing each other. They're not willing to also look ourselves in the eye. We need to be able to look ourselves in the eye, you know what I mean? And say, I did my best. I tried. And you could forgive people. You may be needing to forgive someone that hurt you, and that's difficult to do because you're not sure I can trust them. They really hurt me. But we need to start somewhere, right? We need to start somewhere. And I believe a big part of it is expressing your feelings, your honesty, and admitting our part, what I'm responsible for. I did it. I lied to you. I did. I'm sorry. I did. I lied to you. You know what I mean? And to hear that from someone means a lot. Now I feel like you're telling me the truth. Now we can get somewhere. You've opened the door now, right? But doesn't mean a guarantee that they're going to be right back and you're going to be chums or best sisters or, mother, daughter or whatever. It's a start. It's a step, okay? At least you're getting the Three of Cups. You may not be all doing everything together again, but they're listening. They're here. They've come to sit and listen, So it's important. It's important. I got to tell you that I saw something that really helped me, and it was on Facebook. And you know how there's these posters or messages, and a day's work is a day's pay, and all these great phrases and stuff. And I'll have to look it up here just quickly while I'm talking to you. And it really, I could really hear this message. And it was for my own struggles that I'm having, that I have with people in my life. Let me just go to my profile. Let me go down. I posted it a little bit. Oh, here it is. Okay, listen to this. And I'll put it in the description box below in case you want to read it again or just really think about it, let it set in. So, self-care is also not arguing with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. So we can get in this hurt place, right, where we feel damaged by other people, we feel misjudged perhaps by other people, any number of things. And a lot of it's in our mind. Maybe they haven't said it or done anything. Maybe they have. Maybe it's all justified. But the thing is, we can get upset and we can hurt ourselves with this, or we can just accept that they don't understand. They don't understand me, and that's okay. That's all right. They don't have to. Not everybody has to understand why I did something or why I didn't do it. They just don't understand who I am as a person, and that's fine. We can't be every single person's cup of tea. There's always going to be some some rough edges, right? So, but we don't have to, argue, be mad at those people, resent those people, judge those people, or worried if they're judging us. They don't understand. They don't really understand. They don't have all the information. They don't know. And they don't need to know, really. You know what I mean? But that helped me so much. That was kind of an aha, because I have found myself doing that. Being mad because that person thinks this. And, well, they don't understand everything, and that's okay. That's okay. So I don't know if that helps you at all, and what you're dealing with here in the situation. I wish you all the best of luck. I can only say that honesty and time are your friends. And I have a really good thing that this will work out in time. But what's required here is, because in this conscious connections, you know, one is in color and one is in black and white. Do you see that? You know, it's two different ways we can see things, and so, and there's it's just different views on the exact same picture, the exact same conversation. Doesn't mean that any of them are wrong or right. They're just different. So we are different, and let's embrace that. That's okay. I'm okay. I'm different than you. So that's what you need to understand. You know? Anyway, I really hope this has helped today, Taurus. I hope you have a good month in September. This is your September video. And I don't know exactly when all the other videos are coming out. I'm just going to do them when it feels right. I'm going to really go with my energy and my time, my schedule too, because I work quite a bit more now. I'm working a lot and doing the cleaning of the student housing and all that stuff. So, but anyway, it's nice to be back. I really, really missed you guys, and I love you so much. Bye now. Oops.